Yeah, what's up, y'all? Getting right to it. So, hey, there's something I used to always say about one of the people that the favorite. Remember when I don't know if you remember. I used to always talk about somebody being my favorite contrarian, and that's for a reason. Shout out to y'all. I can't really see the people who coming in the chat. If forgive me because I'm outside and I didn't launch a sacrifice phase, so I can really have a better setup and not be distracted, have a better phone, better studio, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe even be able to, I'm saying, like get a better like microphone. That should be a part of the studio, right? I can't see y'all, so I gotta be outside grinding as usual. I just caught this stream from my favorite contrarian, and let me tell you, man, there's a reason why things happen for a reason. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Like things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason, man. I see somebody in the chat and it looks like it's Gandhiji. Of course, fire. What's going on, brother? talk, talk about taking them back to church. Talk about taking them back to church. I just caught it again and I was like, yo, this is reminiscent. Not only reminiscent, but the information being shared was hard hitting, bro. Hard hitting. Hard hitting. Like in many cases, the favorite contrarian was one half of the collective because the other half was not a contrarian. The other half is a developer who's famous, who's famous for holding himself accountable and saying, yes, he did it. Yes, he did it. So that's how I really came to know these guys, man. That's how I really came to know these guys. Like on some real shit. Like never met them in real life, but I feel like they're more genuine than people I know in real life. That's crazy, right? Yo, you guys helped expose a scam that came out in 2000, late 18, middle of 18, spring of 18, and definitely dissolved by the middle of 19 for sure. Dissolved, like dead by like April of 2019. Joint launched, the scam launched in, I want to say June-ish, June of 18, because the guy from some Australian guy was talking about how that project coming out was almost similar to freaking BitConnect. Go figure, of all projects to talk about. And guess what happened? Yeah, it met the same fate, but not without The contributions and efforts. Not without the contributions and efforts of the Fire Dev and the Fave Contrarian. Mm. Bringing awareness to the community. And they were met with crazy resistance, nasty resistance. And they were effing right. They were right. They were right. Sometimes you just gotta see things for what they are and accept it or reject it. But it's not gonna take away from what it is. It's not gonna take away from what it is. I am thoroughly. It's like a gift and a curse. It's bittersweet. I'm annoyed and I'm also elated, if that even makes sense. These guys came out and shat on arbitraging.co. Together, they brought an entire crypto project to its knees. They had no more knees to use to bend. It was obliterated because of the shenanigans, the criminal behavior that was taking place on Ethereum. These people took advantage of the most gullible of gullible, and then those who pretended to be smart took advantage of them, used them like some Magnum condoms, and tossed it. You ain't even flush it. You just toss that John. After you finish, you tossed it. Let it spin sideways, and whatever's inside, let it spill wherever it lands. That's how the people who use arbitraging were used and seen as. And these guys, I'm thoroughly appreciative for the work they put in, because that shit resonates to this day. That shit resonates to this day. Fool me once, shame on you. The fool me once, shame on you was arbitraging.co. I didn't do a bot nothing though. I took the coin and let it sizzle and drizzle, and then when it was time for me to exit Izzle, that's what I dizzled. Clean. These all these other people, they quit their jobs because they thought the A-bot was going to save their day for the rest of their lives. It was disgusting. Fool me once, shame on you. Now, that was 19 when the shit completely dissolved. You had people doing a bunch of hit pieces and smear campaigns on other individuals within the community, saying that certain people used to be like, engaging in triple X, rainbow porn and all that, all kinds of crazy stuff. It was out of control. It was nasty work. Nasty work. While some nondescript, a really nondescript head of the operation held an alias, didn't have a clue as to anything involving the tokenomics, the operations, and nothing. Just a mouthpiece. He was just a mouthpiece that people trusted. Just a mouthpiece. My goodness, my God. Shame. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Fool me twice. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me this Telegram group of this scam, this Telegram effing group, the freaking Telegram group, oh, you allowed the whack ass giving tree to leave posts on your Telegram group? Really? Oh, this is also every. Oh, so you're familiar? Some like minds think alike energy, familiarity. You people know of each other. Oh, this is what we're doing. Oh, like minds think alike. Realize that the fool me once people were full of shit, and their game was just so sloppy. What the guy say? What your giving tree say 5, 6 years ago? If you're gonna be scammed by noobs, be scammed by the best. How did I find out? How did I learn about the nondescript founder of a fork of Ethereum? How did I learn? How did I learn about this person? Where did I know it wasn't off of no nothing, no thin air divine and nothing divine. It was related to grime and slime. But I want to see the best in many things. This is absolute bullshit, right? So, oh yeah, oh yeah, connected indirectly or directly or indirectly. He was leaving posts in that same telegram and was allowed to, while other people who try to do the same thing got smoked for it. Your man, Ethereum fork copy founder who talks about Bitcoin spaghetti code weird language. Your man seemed like when he tried to be around people who do negative things, he seems like he can't handle it, but he wants to be around it. You can't handle it, but you want to be around it. You act like you clean, but you want to keep your hands somewhat dirty. But when it gets too dirty for you, you run. So 2000, whenever, and I don't care about what he used to talk about before Hex, Bitcoin Hex, some seminal fluid coin that he was. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Back to the collective. These guys, they were showing nothing but absolute nonstop data and data and data to prove that the community was getting jerked, besmirked by a collective of individuals who conspired very well to keep the sham of a crypto project going and going and going until it lost all its steam and crashed in 2019. Before the summer of 19, that shit was ghost. It was toast. It was burnt to a crisp. I'm annoyed thoroughly, but I'm also elated. I'm also elated, also relieved, and understand that, you live and you learn. But arbitraging.co was, fool me once, shame on you, right? Even though I wasn't heavily into it like many other people were, who've since migrated over to this weird world of geometric witchcraft, geometric cryptocurrency witchcraft. Garbage. Garbage. Uh those guys held a certain stance. See, I thought I was doing something when I saw 10,000x. I'm like, oh, damn, I missed it. Missed the boat. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, missed the boat. One half of that duo decided they're going to study, take some time, important, precious time, and make the most of it. And study and come back refined, stronger, and better for 2025. I can't even talk. The other one stuck it out, and while they're sticking it out, they're watching some fake crypto founder chase clout, chase clout in your mid 40s, experiencing the nasty internet version of midlife crisis, wearing the gaudy of gaudy luxury goods that don't even belong on him because he's cringe and corny. But you buying into the rhetoric, you buying into a sacrifice, you buying into some freedom of assembly foolishness, whatever. But during the time period, for the past 2 years, minimum, maybe 3 years, the contrarian was being the contrarian. I'm listening to the contrarian throughout the last 2.5, 3 years, 4 years. Sometimes the contrarian will say some things that make me go, oh, this is not good. Because you need a balance in life. Everything can't just be one way. And not every contrarian knows what they talk about either. So the contrarian would speak his speech, and show me more and more in his own way that the founder was more and more at each day that passed by was looking like Richard Umar Johnson Hart. I said to myself, yo, there got to be a better way. But when they say the old adage is true, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I got fooled twice. I got fooled twice. See, people, you got to look at things for what they are, man. When I learned from looking at the long con, you know what introduced the long con? It wasn't no damn big connect. It was arbitraging.co, right? Long con, rock y'all asleep. You're gonna get yourself a little phone. You're gonna get yourself, you know, BS amenities, bum ass trinkets, shit that have no value except show you what type of miscreant you've become because you're caping and glazing for something that's actually going to hurt you in the long run and hurt others and hurt people that you onboarded. Very bad. Very, very bad. But thanks to, I want to even thank myself for not losing myself in some old brainwash type situation. Like, that's real. Like, I'm not. Don't ask me if I saw the movie. You think seeing the highest of stakes is gonna improve your morale today? I never saw the movie, especially don't care to see it. It's more than likely if I would have wasted my precious time in life and watched that film, could only imagine what my next stream would be like after watching that. Nah, I'd rather do better things. I'd rather help people who know that their food stamp benefits are going to be cut next month for the entire month. And over here in the States, at the end of next month, they celebrate Thanksgiving. So you're looking at an entire month period of people not going to be able to use food stamps. So I'd rather help them buy food to fill their cabinets up, fill their refrigerators up, so they could take care of themselves and their loved ones. I'd rather do that, rather focus on doing that than trying to call myself promoting some trash in the real world to get people to buy into whatever I'm selling that I'm not making money out of. Everything is not about making money, but keep it real. The value of whatever I'm talking about is not going up versus taking care of people in real life. I don't care what, I don't care where you fall on the political spectrum. I don't give a F about your politics. Because you know what doesn't discriminate? Hunger. Hunger doesn't give a fuck where you were born and where you came from. It knows when it grabs you, you'll be captivated by a certain level of pain, right? Where it will cloud your damn judgment. Where you put yourself at risk just so that you can satisfy that hunger pain. You risk your own freedom. I want to help people deal with that to avoid that. And that's what I've been doing, and I'm going to continue to do it. I have to increase it because there's people that's just not going to be able to have their benefits because it's going to be cut off as of November 1st. We're not talking about simple cash. We're talking about food. And what I hear, there's I don't know how true it is, so I don't like to talk about certain things. Excuse me if I don't have solid information. But I heard there's a supermarket. I don't know how real it is. That's why I'm not gonna put the name out. That is giving out specials that is gonna help people. It's gonna help people, at a very high mark discount. It's gonna help people feed people with less than a certain amount of money. You could feed 10 people. But I don't know how real that is. I don't know how real that is. It just sounds powerful. I don't know how real that is. But at some point, you gotta really be you got to really put your bull crap aside, and if you claim that you care about making the world a better place, then represent that, live that, be that. But I want to thank those gentlemen for keeping it real pure, like genuine, as real as it can be. Everybody go through ups and downs, like, but you guys, after watching that stream from Meta, that shit fucked me up. And going back and reflecting, like, Gandhiji kept it solid like the whole entire time. And I'm not saying like he's perfect. I'm saying like the perspective, the perspective was unwavered regarding how this inexcusable, this poor piece of example of a founder operates. Like, they kept it real the whole time. And I was like, one half kept it real about just not being a part of the fake decentralization. And the other half kept it real like, yo, this dude is basically playing a long game, like he's rocking people to sleep, like under the guise of being somebody good and doing something great. You really pushing the envelope, keep pushing the goalposts, keep playing games. Like, is this really gonna be what he says it's gonna be? Makes you think. And so I gotta give credit where it's due and leave it and just leave it right here. And I'm gonna still keep talking with I'm gonna still keep talking my talk. But in the meantime, in between time, nah, that whole thing was like, that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. I can't see the people in the chat right now, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. The dude is a grifter until he's not. End of story. End of story. There's nothing more to talk about. I don't care what anybody got to say and opinion and thought, nothing. If you guys, we don't see what we supposed to see in our wallets relatively some before the year's out. Like, if the year leaves and then it was the same old story, dude, maximum grifter on another level. That's it. Long con. He's playing a game. That's all he's about, bro. He's about him, nobody else. He got us. Like, he really got us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got us. It's just what it is. That's how I feel. He got to prove otherwise. The burden of proof is on him. The burden of proof is on him. Because everybody proved, those who've been thorough with it, who've been consistent, who've been supportive, who've been pretty much active, did the work already. Did the work, been doing the work. What's more? What more needs to be said? What more needs to be shown? What more needs to be seen? What more? Not more. Not much more. Not much more. It's effing annoying, but it is what it is. Exactly. Hypocrite. It's a hypocrite. Hypocrite. You got people in the movie, somebody who sacrificed their house money. They put the house money up, and guess what? Like, I didn't see the movie, but that was the narrative, right? Dude put this house money up, but you got friends and contacts, and might have been able to recover, might have been able to receive some assistance, might have been able to even been made whole, right? Get the money back and everything. What about everybody else? That's so real. What about everybody else that just not only did you lose, but you keep putting in a bottomless pit, DCA, DCA, DCA to oblivion, a bottomless pit, and you're watching the value of your thing barely move an inch up, but consistently moving sideways and down. And then you're watching the guy move all the money, just all the money, just gone. Like, in other words, the community moves in such a way, the community responds in such a way, they make it comfortable for him because there's not gonna be any reprisal. You understand? Like, the same community that gave him relevance, notoriety, and recognition, that supported him through 1.6 billion at him, is the same community that'll do nothing about him and his contradictions and the nonsense he's done within the last 2.5 years, all the way up to having these funds move. And people are just like, oh, what do you think is going to happen now? What are you going to speculate? How do you think things are going to improve in the future? Huh? Do you think this is not a huge, huge issue? I think it's huge, huge. Come on, man. Come on, man. Because y'all up on game. If it's looking crazy, right? It's back is you could say I could say easy too. Back is against the wall, but he got the money. So does he care? Back is against the wall. I could say that too, but does he care? Got the money. What back against any wall? We don't even know what wall he's against. Nobody knows where he's at. That's you think that's for nothing? You think that's for nothing? No, you know, slowly rock you to sleep. Whether people want to say, oh, he's gonna re-inject money that you're supposed to have no expectations for back into the system. Slowly. Yeah, you're gonna slowly rock you to sleep. That's it. Yo, yeah, go get him. Go get him. What's his name? Giving Tree. Go get Giving Tree. Go get him. Yeah, he got 1.6 billion and allegedly, you know what I'm saying, like attacked a 16-year-old. Yeah, go handle that. Yeah. People are like, yo, don't say too much. Don't say this. Don't say that. Yo, that's the money's on the chain because you scared. You scared he's gonna do something and pull the money. That's what he's been doing, pulling the money. Yo, y'all, man, if you looked at Pulse Alerts for the last year and a half, 2 years, the Pulse Alerts was looking crazy, man, on the blockchain. Pulse Alerts was looking crazy on X. The Pulse Alerts was looking crazy on X. How much millions and hundreds of millions and millions and hundreds of millions of dollars was just being extracted, going over to Ethereum too. Of all blockchains, you go to the competition that you forked. You go back there. I don't know if it's him or anything, but all of these transactions from all these nondescript wallets. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's a travesty. True to form. Oh no, we don't want to piss him off. We don't want nobody cares. Care. What are you gonna do? Nothing. What are you gonna do? Run? He already ran. What are you gonna do? He got money already. What's he gonna do? Liquidity pool. Okay, what? All the money on Pulse Chain don't even amount to all the money he got under his control. So he don't care. It's a dub, bro. You know how many people, how many friends can bail out, at least give you your sack money back. There's no refunds, man. You were told no expectations. It's a disclaimer. Disclaimer. No expectations. The shit was already there, hiding in plain sight. It's already been there the whole time, man. It wasn't even hidden. It's all in plain sight. Plain sight, man. This dude used to say he's a magician. He's a magician. That's all he did. Conjure up spells, magic. That's it. That's all he's about. Doing tricks left and right. Nothing legit. He taught people who listened to him on how to grift, and that's what they did. Tricks with providing liquidity. All tricks, y'all. Tricks with providing liquidity. Knew that there's a certain segment of people that don't care about providing liquidity. So the ones that do care, really, really care, and listen to him and experimented, came up very well and still are. And hook their own inside groups up. They hook their own people up. And they benefit from it. I'm not mad. What I'm mad about is, and it's matters in quotes like the contradictions, bro. You want to bet on red? Bet on red. You want to bet on black? Bet on black. What are the chances of you falling on red? Or I'll deal with the odds. Cool. Over here, you bet on flip flop. You bet on hypocrisy. You bet on nothing because you shouldn't have expected anything. So whatever you got as a airdrop, that was a gift, as if you didn't pay for that gift, right? That was a gift. You donated to a movement, to a cause, because the giving tree is so giving. He gave you a gift after you paid money. You had Bitcoin. You could have did some free claim. You had Bitcoin 2019. You could have got some free hex. How'd you get the Bitcoin if you weren't a part of the cypherpunk movement in the first 2-3 years? How'd you get it? Was it free? Was it free? Were you gifted the coin? Huh? You got it for free? This guy will tell you, oh, he giving tree. Oh, bonuses. Bonuses is, that's also like, semantics. You still had to pay something to be a part and land on somewhere to land so that you could be able to get a bonus. It's all the same shit, same one price or whatever. But you want to play a game. You got 2.5x, 2.5x because you landed number one on the leaderboard. Whatever you spent was the equivalent of everything, all the things you got that you thought was a free airdrop. That's all. It's all games, all tricks, magic. That's it. BS. Elaborate too. Elaborate. It's not regular. This is not you outside in Times Square in some type of downtown area watching people play 3-card Molly, or my man with the wand and the black hat pulling out rabbits. It ain't that. It ain't that. And people tell you, yo, how he a scammer if he's still around? Is he really around? What type of scammer sticks around? Easy. The one that scammed you and that you can't do nothing about it and he looking right at you. That's the type of scammer. That'll tell you, that'll tell you noobs to get, you need to be scammed by the best of them. That's the type of scammer. Dumbass people on the social media spaces talking crazy, have no experience. They're so green, it's not even funny. Have no experience in life, much less know what some kind of crypto scammer is. Have had no experience, zero. Nothing tenable, nothing tangible, nothing substantial that's happened to them so that they could draw from and draw a conclusion and say, listen, damn, I've been through this, man. That's crazy, man. I learned my lesson. We'll tell you stuff. They try to educate you on what a crypto scammer looks like and doesn't look like. After some weird person gave that dumb response, that how could he be a scammer if he's still around? First of all, they can't even find him, but you think he's still around. Number two, one of the influencers in the community also gave a response to glaze the whole theme and movement of educating new people. The person who spoke was an influencer who launched his own coins and rugged the community. The person who spoke on that street, one of them, because there was a lot of people who spoke, but one of them was one of the yo. You can't make this shit up, bro. These people are so, like, if I was a scammer, I'd love Pulse Chain. I would love Pulse Chain if I was a scam. True to form, because it's just so easy. It's too easy. It's damn near disrespectful how easy it is. The dude, somebody said, "How can this guy be a scammer? How could your founder be a scammer? What scammer scams people and sticks around?" And minutes after that, an influencer in the community says something, makes a comment, and he's one of the main people, for example, who's launched coins and rugged his situation. Another example of a scammer who scammed people and has stuck around. But these people are blind as bats in the daytime. All of it has reached levels of certain levels that's just abhorrent. Like damn, y'all, this is nasty, bro. There's nothing righteous happening over here. Nothing righteous and quote unquote fake wholesome. Like this weirdo talks about. Like he's not of any of light, bro. Nothing he does is of any light. Anything morally even upstanding and noble. None of that. That's absent. That's absent over here. There's all pure corruption. Pure corruption on a very high level because 1.6 billion was transacted. Hundreds of millions was right now moved and disappeared, and no one knows where those monies are at. But you're gonna hear people tell you that dude is still around. That how can he be a scammer if he's still around? And they can't identify where he is.